Pelvic Posse, and welcome to the Empower Your Pelvis podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Empower Your Pelvis podcast. I'm Amanda and wanted to touch in on a little bit of goals as we're going into 2024. This is something we do as a family. We kind of set goals as a family and set what we're working towards each year. And one thing we started doing last week with the kids is actually going over goals with them, making goals and watching them actually achieve them. This is something as an adult I wish I would have done as a kid long before my 30s, as I'm nearing my 40s, and just to help kind of touch base of how we can improve from point A to point B. I love the New Year's, I love New Year's resolutions, and I love being able to see the changes that can happen in 365 days when you kind of focus in on a goal and you can make it happen. I know myself when I don't have a plan, but I have an idea of like, I want this to happen this year, but I don't actually set in steps to achieve that goal or to get me there, it doesn't ever really happen. And then when the year comes to an end, I'm recapping and realizing, gosh, I didn't reach the goal that I set out to attain because I didn't know how to get there. I didn't put the steps down on what I needed to do day after day, month after month to be able to get there and achieve the goals. So this is something, again, we've done with the kids, I do myself, but I want to touch in with this from a pelvic floor standpoint because we get a lot of patients that come in the clinic and expect to be better or their pelvic floor symptoms to improve after just one visit in the clinic. And that doesn't always happen. Actually, it rarely happens. It's very far and few between. We do have it happen that may come in for one visit into the clinic, we modify a few things and they're doing fabulous. But more often than not, to neurologically change the way that muscle memory is behaving or to change muscle strength, we need to give it a few more weeks, maybe even months, to see that change happen. More often than not, when patients are coming in, I like to say, like today, for instance, is December 26th as I record this podcast. And I have patients, we print out a free calendar off of Google or off of Canva. We print it out and we might have the month of December. And that's like 4 weeks from December 26th until January 26th. And the changes, if we stick with the plan, the changes that we can see happen, I like to walk them through that. Then we print off another calendar for February so we can see another 4 weeks or a total of 8 weeks from December 26th to January 26th is 4 to February 26th is 8. What do we expect to happen as we focus on our exercises or focus on what we need to be doing each and every day to meet our goal? And then we might print off a whole nother calendar into March, and they're circling that date on March 26th. So we've got 3 different dates that we are looking forward to and to see little changes or baby steps accomplishing what we want to hit. So think about this year as maybe you think about pelvic floor changes that you want to improve. Make sure you're giving it more than a day, more than a week, more than 4 weeks, 8, maybe even 12 to see changes. Whether you're wanting to stop peeing your pants, decreasing pressure down there, having decreased pain with intercourse or inserting anything, decreased low back pain, hip pain. Maybe you want a new PR of being able to run a certain length of time, but to also not pee your pants. Those are all things that can happen with the right plan and the right set of goals in the right amount of time. So make sure you're taking time for yourself this holiday season and your pelvic floor and really thinking about what you want to attain in 2024. Everyone, please, thank you for listening. Like and subscribe to the show if you can, and hope you all are enjoying your holidays and may they be safe and merry. Bye.
Hey, Pelvic Posse. I want to thank you so much for joining into this week's episode of the Empower Your Pelvis podcast. Can I ask you a couple of favors, please? Number 1, can you like and subscribe to this podcast so that you can continue to empower your pelvis forever so that you will never miss out? Number 2, can you leave us a rating and a review telling them how amazing we are and everything that you have learned about your pelvic health? And then number 3, if you haven't seen the video version of this podcast, you can go over to youtube.com/C /empower your pelvis for all your visual learners out there. We have all types of great visuals in there for you to not only listen to, but to also watch. Thank you so much again, and make sure to give your pelvis some love. Until next time, peace out, Pelvic Posse.